All right, our next presenter this morning is Gabriel DUFOUR. Get his bio up here. Gabriel DUFOUR serves as a Global Business Development Manager for EcoXtract since October 2020. He holds an MSc in Food, Agriculture, and Life Sciences from Agro-Paris Tech, an MSc in Energy Economics and Sustainable Development from the IFP School. He began his career working in the oil and protein industry with the Avro Group in France, where he was involved in the strategy and corporate development department. In 2017, he joined La Safre Group, a world leader in fermentation and yeasts, where he held positions in strategic projects, coordination, and business development for nutrition and healthcare industry. Really a great transition here from the flaky mill into extraction. Take it away, Gabriel.
Hello everyone, I am Gabriel DUFOUR and I'm in charge of business development activities at global level for EcoXtract. The objective of this presentation is to give you a better understanding of this innovative extraction solution representing a bio-based and clean alternative to hexane in oil extraction. First, let me tell you a few words about Pennakem Group, the company supporting the development of EcoXtract. Pennakem is a French and Belgian group focused on fine chemicals manufacturing with two main activities. First, a CDMO business in the pharma industry, and second, a renewable and bio-based chemistry business targeting different applications such as technical additives, cosmetics, or agro market. In 2021, Pennakem counts approximately 900 employees across the world, with 10% dedicated to innovation and R&D. The group operates 6 production sites across the world, with 4 implantations in Western Europe and 2 in the US. Within Pennakem Group, EcoXtract is part of the bio-based chemistry branch and is actually an internal business unit with the mission of developing eco-extraction and bio-based technologies for nutrition and healthcare industries. Our first solution, promoted under the EcoXtract trade name, is a bio-based solvent designed for the extraction of vegetable oils and natural ingredients with lipophilic properties. As a consequence, our targeted market segments are the following. First, the oilseeds crushing industry, that is processing the main oilseeds commodities grown on this planet, soybean, rapeseed, sunflower, and so on, to manufacture oils and proteins for food, feed, and biodiesel mainly. Second, the specialty oilseeds industry, manufacturing high added value oils for food, but also for cosmetics. And third, the nature-based ingredient industry, with companies focused on the extraction of natural ingredients with lipophilic properties from a wide range of sources. It can be plants, algae, microorganisms, or other sources, and targeting different market applications such as food, cosmetics, flavors and fragrances, and nutraceutics. EcoXtract technology is an innovative solution to extract your nature-based ingredients, oils, and proteins. And behind the trade name EcoXtract, there is a pure liquid solution of 99.9% of 2-methyloxolane. 2-methyloxolane is a bio-based extraction solvent derived from agricultural byproducts. We'll focus on its plant-based origin in the next slide before coming back to this one. 2-methyloxolane is a cyclic ether issued from carbohydrates derived from lignocellulosic biomass, which represents the most abundant biomass resources on Earth. EcoXtract production is thus derived from the upcycling of sugarcane industry waste, the sugarcane bagasse. Our plant, located in Memphis, Tennessee in the US, is converting furfural into 2-methyloxolane by different steps of hydrogenations and is already producing several thousand tons of product each year. 2-methyloxolane is recognized as a 100% bio-based solvent by the Bio Preferred Program of the USDA. Coming back to this slide, the second feature of the product that I want to highlight is its high performance. EcoXtract is showing very good results and high yield in oil extraction. Basically, comparative extraction tests using Hexane and EcoXtract conducted with the same protocols at lab scale on more than 20 oilseeds showed similar yields in oil extraction. 2-methyloxolane has similar thermal values when compared to Hexane and very high affinity with lipids and lipophilic substances. It has very slight solubility with water, enabling to extract more polar compounds such as phospholipids or antioxidants. In terms of quantity, so the yields compared to Hexane were the same, and in terms of quality, the crude oils obtained were very similar in terms of fatty acids profile and sterol profile, but they were a bit richer in phospholipids and antioxidants when compared with an Hexane extraction process. And these results were confirmed later on at larger scale. I'll give more precision in the next slides of this presentation. Then, EcoXtract is presenting an excellent toxicological profile, completely compatible with the use for food and feed. In the past decade, Minafin Group invested a lot of time and money in scientific studies to support these conclusions. There is no carcinogenic, mutagenic, or reprotoxic effect, nor endocrine disruption or neurotoxicity reported for 2-methyloxolane, unlike other petrochemical solvents. Regarding the safety in industrial operation, the liquid is flammable and requires to be handled with caution in ATEX environment, but its very low odor threshold allows workers to immediately detect the presence of solvent vapors way before it reaches dangerous levels in the factories. And it must be noted that 2-methyloxolane electrical conductivity is much higher than Hexane, the industry standard, thus reducing the risk of electrical charge accumulation in the piping. Together, these parameters show enhanced safety in maintenance and day-to-day operations in industrial facilities. Regarding environmental impact, 2-methyloxolane offers a renewable alternative, reducing the need for non-renewable petroleum-based chemicals. Bio-based products are known to play an increasingly important role in reducing greenhouse gases emission that exacerbate global climate change. However, turning a molecule into a green carbon origin is not necessarily sufficient to reduce environmental impact, especially CO2 emission. Therefore, despite its high bio-based content, a deeper analysis has been initiated back in 2012 to determine the global impact of 2-methyloxolane on carbon emissions through a life cycle analysis conducted with Rowan University. And this analysis showed a 90% decrease in CO2 footprint for 2-methyloxolane when compared to standard petrochemical solvents. Most recently, in 2019, an ecotoxicological profile of the product has been carried out as part of a REACH evaluation process to determine environmental impact of the biosolvent if released in the environment, and those tests revealed the innocuity of the solvent towards the environment and especially in water. In addition, its biodegradability has been proven. Last but not least, compared to any other alternative to hexane in extraction, our simulations are indicating that EcoXtract process show cost effectiveness and a competitive offering on the market. Let me tell you more about our latest industrial scale-up works. After conducting many scale-up tests to compare EcoXtract and hexane, EcoXtract team went to larger scales and the results were very promising as well. Pilot trials and small-scale production on soy, canola, and sunflower with EcoXtract demonstrate robust and trusted performance in oil extraction. EcoXtract delivers equal or higher extraction yield when compared with hexane and basically showed a complete deflating of the different matrices, more or less below 1% oil remaining in the meal, and this at different scales, 80 kg batches or continuously on more than 1 ton at Crown pilot plant in the US, for example. In 2020, the team then successfully adapted a 10-ton per day extraction plant in Mexico and carried out a 1-week production campaign around the clock with no stop. In a continuous process, including extraction, oil and meal desolventization, and biosolvent recovery, EcoXtract provided a well-deflated and desolventized meal containing below 0.7% of residual oil and 15 ppm of residual biosolvent in the meal. The biosolvent was continuously recycled and recovered by simple decantation of condensates. As you can imagine, this successful industrial test was a major milestone for the project and its industrial scale-up. In 2021, we are currently setting up EcoXtract technology in 2 small extraction sites in Europe that should be available for commercial production or industrial demonstration in the coming weeks. Regarding market approvals, the pharma grade of our product is already sold for synthesis in the pharma market, making our industrial facility in Memphis already competitive for the production of the biosolvent. In this industry, 2-methyloxolane is classified as low toxicity solvent, just like ethanol in the same classification. Concerning our targeted applications in nutrition and healthcare industries, EcoXtract can be used for the production of organic cosmetic oils. EcoCert is, by the way, attesting that EcoXtract solution can be used for manufacturing Cosmos approved ingredients and raw materials. EcoXtract can also be used for the production of feed materials in Europe and China. Organic recognition is targeted in Europe, and approval is expected next year in US and Canada after final animal testing this spring on ruminants and ants. Regarding food applications, we are currently under the European Food Safety Authority review in Europe. So food approvals are pending in Europe and in the US and Canada, and are expected next year, early 2022. Wrap-up slide. As you understood, EcoXtract is an efficient and innovative technology presenting an alternative to hexane in the extraction of oils and natural ingredients. It is bio-based, derived from agricultural waste, and completely safe for consumers, for workers, and the environment. After several years in development and now in advanced scale-up phase, the technology is very close to the market. EcoXtract offers an unprecedented business opportunity for the industry to produce oils and proteins with no use of petrochemicals in the manufacturing process. In addition, the solution will potentially be recognized organic in food and feed applications and is already recognized as is in the cosmetic industry. 2021 will be another major step forward in the development of the technology, as first extraction sites using EcoXtract process will be available for towel manufacturing activities or industrial demonstration starting from the second semester of this year. I would like to conclude this presentation with very pragmatic and practical propositions for those in the audience who wants to further investigate EcoXtract solution. If you are willing to test our biosolvent at lab scale, feel free to request a sample. If you are willing to manufacture hexane-free oils or proteins, we now have a network of toll manufacturing partners in Europe that are able to propose commercial production or industrial demonstration using EcoXtract process on a wide range of oilseeds. If you are willing to investigate EcoXtract option for your own extraction plant, we can set up a first discussion with our internal engineering team to evaluate the pre-feasibility of the use of EcoXtract in your existing facility. And if you simply want to know more about the technology, feel free to ask your questions or to reach out after AOCS annual meeting. I thank you for your attention and for your time, and I'll be glad to answer the question of the audience. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that great look at some interesting new technology in the extraction process. A few questions for you. First question, I understand that EcoXtract is currently more expensive than hexane. Does it have the potential to economically replace hexane for commodity oils?
This is a question we have, typically, of course. The first simulations we carried out on our different process simulation tools showed that there is competition with hexane. It's a bit higher in price, but not very high. So the idea is to implement the solution in existing hexane facility, or to design a new plant using the technology. But we definitely think there is cost competitiveness for this solution, and this is what differentiates us when compared to other alternatives to hexane typically.
Okay, good. Next question. and this is a word I'm going to mess up, I'm sure. The question is higher. It's either phospholipids or phospholipids in oil could be a disadvantage. How much more does the oil contain?
Yeah, depending on the applications, it can be an advantage or a disadvantage. Typically, we have more phospholipids and antioxidant in the crude oil. So it depends on the oilseeds, obviously. So we have 2% more approximately.
Okay, about 2% more. Got it. A final question here is EcoXtract more or less a drop-in replacement for hexane, and what if any modifications to extraction equipment or well, yeah, just equipment in the extraction area are necessary?
Yeah, the particularity of our solution is that we definitely think it can be implemented in existing Hexane facility. So there are some modifications to be made in the plant, but it's case by case. But typically, the modification we see is first to check the gaskets of a plant, because the solvent is very efficient. So there is a need to replace incompatible polymeric materials in the plant. So there is a diagnostic to make first regarding the gaskets in the plant. Then we recommend, but it's optional, to implement a water scrubber instead of a mineral oil system to capture the solvent residues in the vent. And the other modification that is also optional, but it's the replacement of the wastewater boiler by an azeotropic distillation column to maximize the recovery of the solvent in the water phase after liquid extraction. So these are the main changes we see in existing plant, but as I said, it's really case by case, and there is a need to audit a plant before knowing all the change in equipments that are needed to switch from Hexane to EcoXtract, or to use at least the two solvents in parallel.
Okay. So that leads very well into the next question, which is about solvent recovery. How much more energy would be required to remove this solvent from oil as compared to removal of hexane from oil?
Again, it's hard to answer, because it's really case by case, depending on the plant, on the existing setup. Of course, the boiling point is higher, so the process will require a bit more energy. But we've developed an internal tool on ChemCAD software to run simulations to compare an existing Hexane plant to an in silico EcoXtract process, and so we are able to compare typically the energy consumptions and so on. So I invite you to get in touch with us if you want to simulate one of your plants typically. But it's hard to say, it's hard to give a rough number for each plant.
Okay. So the next question goes back to the phospholipids question. By 2% more, do you mean that oil with 2% of the PL using hexane would in turn contain 4% with EcoXtract?
Yeah, approximately, yeah.
Okay. That's a good clarification. Okay. No more questions, it looks like, for Gabriel. Thanks a lot for your time. Really interesting with an eco solution to potentially replace hexane. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.